everyone, I am Lorna Williams and welcome back to my channel, Bloom Your Math and A is Your Grade. Now, let's talk about symbols a little. What is a symbol? A symbol represents a mathematical idea. Take the symbol pi. And let me reach for my pi. Here is pi. This represents the number 3.142 or 22 over 7. Later on, I'll let you know how pi came about. Okay? So we will be using symbols or letters in algebra. Now, what is algebra? Algebra is a branch of mathematics where letters or symbols are used to represent numbers. Notice, letters are used to represent numbers. We're going to now look at some terms in algebra, and I really want you to focus here because in the future I will be using these words over and over again. Okay? All right, so the first one is variable. And what's a formal definition of variable? A variable is a letter or symbol which can represent different numbers. It is used to represent an unknown quantity. X, Y, or Z are the letters that are often used in algebra. So when you know the value of a variable, you can replace the letter with a number. And that's coming up. You will see more as you understand more as we go along. For example, here we go. As quick as that. Leroy, and Leroy is my brother, he picked a bag full of pears at his home. When the bag is full, he has the number of pears. Now, we do not know how many pears are in this bag. So we can use any letter of the alphabet to name how many pears are in the bag. And that is a variable which we can call X or Y or Z or D or any letter in the alphabet. But in this case, they told you that it was D when the bag was full of avocado, as some of you may know, or pears. So if there are 15 mangoes in the bag, we can simply say that D, the variable D, is equal to 15. So we would know now how many are in the bag. So when we don't know, it's an unknown quantity, we just use a letter to represent that number. Understand? So here's a term that we need to look at now. Another term, constant. A constant is a number by itself, which always means the same thing. The value will always remain the same. So examples of constant, a constant is like the number 9. It hangs out by itself, and negative 25. Coefficient. A coefficient is a number used to multiply a variable. So 8 multiplied by y is equal to 8y in short form. So 8 is a coefficient. You can also say that it is a number before the variable. And remember, variable is the letter y in this case, right? Example 2, negative 4 times m is equal to negative 4m in short form. So we omit the multiplication sign when we're talking about short form. But it means these two mean the same thing, right? So here, the number before the letter m is negative 4. So negative 4 is called the what? Coefficient. Awesome. Moving on. Now, what is an algebraic expression? Here's a scenario. Leroy picked a bag full of pears at his home. He saw a neighbor passing by his gate and gave her 3 pears. And I don't mean P-A-I-R-S now. I'm talking about 3 avocados, 3 pears. If there were D pears when the bag was full, how many pears are in the bag now? Pause the video and guess the answer. Just less than even 2 seconds. Think about it. When the bag was full, it was D pears. He gave away 3. Which one is bigger, the D or the 3? All right, let me tell you the answer. The D is bigger. So this is an expression, D minus 3, because he gave away 3 from the D. This is an example of algebraic expression. So what is an algebraic expression? The formal definition is it consists of constants and variables. Constants like the 3, variable like the D, with the operations of addition, subtraction like we had the minus sign, so D minus 3 is an algebraic expression. Multiplication and division, so all the operations in math are involved or can be involved. And it's an algebraic expression. Please look. That young lady at the back, please look. Does an algebraic expression does not have an equal sign. I underline it, I bold it, because I'm coming back to it and I need for you to commit this to memory. An algebraic expression does not have an equal sign. For example, x plus 2, d minus 3, 7x, y divided by 4. Here's a plus, a minus. This is multiply, divide. It has operation signs, it has letters, it has constants, but they do not have equal sign. Moving on, adding and subtracting algebraic expressions. What is 6 plus 6? 12. We all know that. It also means 2 lots of 6. So we could say 2 multiplied by 6 is equal to 12. 2 multiplied by 6 is equal to 12, which is the same as 6 plus 6. This is an arithmetic example, but the same way we treat arithmetic is the same way we treat algebra. A plus A means 2 lots of A, which is the same as 2 multiplied by A. In short form, it is 2A. It's algebra because we're dealing with letters. Get that? Let's take another example just to make sure you understand it. 5 plus 5 plus 5, we all know is 15, don't it? But there's another way we can write 15. 3 times 5 is 15. In other words, we have 3 lots of 5. So 3 times 5 is 15. That's an arithmetic example. The algebraic example where we're using letters now is J plus J plus J, meaning that we have 3 lots of J, or 3 times J, which is the same in short form as 3J. That's the algebraic approach. Okay, great. So in short form again, just to emphasize, we do not use multiplication sign. So 2 times A is written in a short way as 2A. The multiplication sign is left out, obviously. Note, the number must be written before the letter. There is nothing called A2. You must write the number first, so it is 2A. A times 3 is not A3, it is 3A. Write the number first at all times. So, we write 2 times A, 2A. A times B, similarly, is AB. A times B times C, ABC. The numbers, the multiplication sign are all left out. In short form, it's ABC. Good. I'm loving it. Are you enjoying yourself? Yes. I've always had a passion for math from in high school, and I to this day, every time I teach it, it's almost like I am teaching some brand new stuff to my students who say, oh, I love those expressions. All right, let's move on. We're dealing with powers now. A times A equals A squared. The power tells you how many times you are multiplying A. All right, so the power 2 tells me I need 2 A's to multiply. The power 3 tells me I'm multiplying 3 A's. But this is a bit tricky. 2 times A times A. We're really multiplying A times A only. We're not multiplying the 2. So the answer is 2A squared. A times A squared, and the 2 is multiplied by 1, which is 2. However, look at the difference now. There is a bracket around 2A raised to the second power. This means 2A all squared. So when you hear in future I say 2A all squared, you have to think brackets. Good? So it means that everything in this house, let's pretend that the bracket is your home. Everybody inside your home is raised to the second power. All right. So it means, therefore, that you have to touch the 2 and you have to touch the A. It means 2 times 2 times A. Therefore, that gives me 4A squared. 2 2's, 4. A times A squared. Therefore, let's conclude 2A squared and 2A all squared don't mean the same thing. Get that? All right. Algebraic notation. We write division in a fractional form. You know that 6 divided by 2 is the same as 6 over 2, don't it? And half times 6 is the same as 6 over 2, because all these answers give me 3. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 6 over 2 is 3. Half times 6 is 3. That's the arithmetic approach. X divided by 2 is the algebraic approach, because it means the same thing as x over 2 or half times x. So what I want you to do for me is to compare both, all right, and see if you see any similarities. Like terms, and we're coming to the very end. We can only add and subtract algebraic terms which are alike. Like terms are terms represented by the same letter or groups of letters that have the same variables. The focus is on the variables when we talk about like terms. They must be the same. So 3x and 7y are unlike. So we cannot add or subtract them. Here is a x, here is a y, 2 different letters. We can only add and subtract when they are, say it loud now, alike. Awesome. Example, 5x and 12x. You notice that I put the x in red because they are alike. X cubed, 4x cubed. So the focus is not on the number, no, we know. The focus is on the variable and the power. If the powers are the same, if the powers are alike, then and the letters are alike, then we say that they are like terms. What about negative 4x and negative 9x? The letters are alike. This one is a bit tricky. AB and BA. They mean the same thing, you know, because A multiplied by B is the same as B multiplied by A. In other words, 4 times 3 is the same as 3 times 4. You understand? So the order of multiplication doesn't matter. And we're going to talk about the commutative law later. All right. So in other words, 3 times 4 is the same as 4 times 3. So that's it from Bloom Your Math. Affirm today, I can achieve excellence in mathematics. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You may ring the notification bell to alert you when I get new videos. Bloom Your Math, signing off.